Fórmula 1, qué espectáculo.
È una ragione grande come il mare, come il mare.
La tiene bassa.
Tutto quello che ho.
Che magia!
Yes! We did it! Grandissimi!
Hello and welcome to one of the most chaotic races of the season. We're here in Singapore, and on the front row it is Sebastian Ocampo and Davis Cerqueira. Championship Ultra is a long-time P3 from Donny Bender, a two-time race winner and fourth, Devin Butler, Taco Van Horn. Then it's Tom Leon, Pablo Sierra, Bravo, and Verstio. Top half being round off from UK Ball. In the bottom half starting with Nick Leon, Marcus Adelaide, and Damian Castro. From there we see Marcus Klein, BDS, and Headley take them positions with 18th to 9th, going to Vigorov, Fong, the bottom three on the Jensen Olsen, Darren Boxer, and Carlos Eduardo. So here we are, 5 red lights to the Singapore Grand Prix. And it's lights out. And away we go. Good start from Ocampo, who's had very bad luck these races. He needs good luck this race. He's looking to get that. And heading towards the first few corners here, there was no room for error with any of these drivers. Olsen down to last place in the Racing Point car. Ocampo continues to lead, but Ultra there. He's manoeuvred his way to the outside line. He's through into first place. This is good for the runner-up in the championship. Still looking to try and get that top spot. The Cerqueira drops to 4th as Vettel gets ahead. Butler in 5th. Ahead of Tom Leon and Taco Van Horn, who came balls up into 8th with Rainbow behind in P9. Sierra dropping to P11 as Nick Leon gets by up into 10th place. Lam Fong's got a penalty down to P20. Olsen moving his way up into P18, and he's going to send it on Daniel Bogsarov, I think there, and well done to Olsen. He gets through. It's a clean move as Ultra continues to lead. He is extending his advantage out in front by 1 second already. And it's only the first lap. This is looking really strong for the man who DNF'd last race of Ferrari's home Grand Prix. Being in P12 though, full cash was not good. Headley sitting on the podium in P2 last time out in Monza. He'll be looking to get another solid performance. It won't be as good as a podium, but it's Singapore, so who knows. This race is chaotic anyways. As 1.5 second lead after the first lap it is for Ultra Bro. And that is one hell of a first lap for him. He's done exactly what he needs to do, get into P1, start to pull a gap, and Ocampo is doing the same. He's looking to get a solid P2 result. However, Demendo does just get into DRS. It looks like Ocampo did as well. And yeah, Demendo unable to catch up to Ocampo, but Ocampo has managed to catch up into Ultra Bros territory. With Lam Fong down last place, with Gorov down P21. Very unusual for the two-time world champion. It's Carlos Eduardo on the hard tyres. With DRS, he's still slower than Gugorov. Gugorov down the inside. He's looking to be ahead after the corner. Eduardo gets the inside line this time out, and he is forced to take a bit of a wide line. Gugorov down the inside again. It's just so switchy, the corners between left and right. There is Lam Fong getting ahead of Eduardo. Eduardo down to last place. Headley P13 and Olsen P18. Olsen the one who won the most recent race in the WEC. As Ocampo fails to have any DRS assist there. I don't know if there is DRS there. I don't think there is. But yeah, the detection point has been hit for Ocampo. Now will he have DRS there down this back straight? No, he will not. Now Ultra sets fast up, but then Demendo takes it away as the top 3 are pulling away from Davis Cerqueira. Now both these guys, Ocampo and Demendo, should get DRS there, I think. Let's go on the review of Sebastian Ocampo. And no, he doesn't. He does not get DRS. And this is not going to be good for him because there's a Mercedes right behind him. And that Mercedes is a 2-time race winner. And it's in this season both time race wins. BDS down 16th, UK Balls in 9th. Butler's still doing strong in P5 ahead of a Red Bull. And yeah, Tom Leon stuck in a Red Bull sandwich, a Toro Rosso sandwich. And that there, very, very impressive. As the Samuel Campbell finally starting to pull away from De Benedetto. Oh my, this lag is horrible. As Ocampo enables DRS, pulling down that straight, and yeah, that lag, I'm extremely sorry about that. Like, I don't understand what went on there at all. I guess the street race is not good for recording. Sierra on UK ball. Ultra continuing to pull out his advantage out front. Ocampo trying to pull away from the bed out. It's not working out for him. As we finally got some decent frame rate back. Thank God. So yeah, Davin Butler around the final corner. P5 for that Toro Rosso. And P7 for his teammate is incredible. Without a shadow of a doubt. Oh no, I'm getting a ring sound in my head. As Headley dead on Damian Castro, down the inside of turn 1, and he's gonna move through in a 12th place. Thierry Headley, now the most experienced racing point driver in the team, with Olsen being the rookie in the team. And he is just a couple seconds away from BDS. BDS though trying to get past Marcus Adelaide in McLaren. Marcus Adelaide showed a promising debut last season when it did come to Brazil. So yeah, BDS looking to try and get past the Brazilian number 99. As you can see, Ocampo's disadvantage in V2 is not good. 2 seconds behind on Ultra Row. But on that 4:15, the soft is starting to wear out now. So you can start to expect contact and stuff in the wall. And yes, I've literally just predicted that, as both Versio and Headley, one after the other, hits that wall at chicane. That's where the people get taken out, and that is a result of worn tyres. With the Benedetto, he comes at the pits, first stopper of the day, and that Mercedes taking off the softs, going on to the hards. So yeah, them hards, you're going to try and plan to take them to the end of the race. However, I don't know if that's going to be possible, so there's always the chance that he just stays calm, collected, and gets a 2-stop, which is an aggressive strategy. Devin Castro does not gain in place there. Versio, Headley, Adelaide, and BDS all diving in the pits. This is going to be chaos in the pit stops. Which teams can master the pit stop right? As BDS comes out on soft tyres there. Oh, look at all the people just entering and exiting the pits and stuff. It is so chaotic. As Boxarov gets on the mediums, he's just been hassle-free pretty much. And yeah, Adelaide, leader of that group now, from Headley and Versio and BDS, with Boxarov just tailing on behind there. As Ultra just continuing to manage our gap. This pace is perfect for the Colombian driver, as spot of P4, Tom Leon still can't get ahead of the Toro Rosso. Toro Rosso proceeds to pull away. De Benedetto, oh, this is not good for him. He's just picked up a 5-second time penalty. For what reason, I do not know. You came on Sierra there fighting. Sierra goes down the inside, and he gets De Benedetto, despite the worn tyres. And then we on De Benedetto down the inside this time. But Sierra has got a much better line, and he flies past Bravo in the Renault car. Well, Raven in the Ferrari, sorry. So Ocampo, if he's not going to get away, that looks like a P2 maybe on the cards. And De Benedetto on this undercut could possibly gain something, but the fast time penalty is there, and it is going to probably ruin his race a bit. And also, he's been massively held up by Sierra and Van Horn here, and this is not going to do any good to his race, as both him and Sierra enable DRS. There we go, De Benedetto round the outside of Taco Van Horn, and he's through in his 5th place. Olsen and Klein into the pits. Olsen on the mediums, Klein onto hards. It's clear that they've got some different strategies in mind there. With Davis out of care of P3, he might end up finishing this race P3 due to De Benedetto's penalty, which would be a very big positive for the Brazilian driver still in title defense. He's trying to defend the title. It's his to lose this season because he's been leading the championship all season long and it's just been crumbling that lead ever since Monaco, realistically. Of course, there was that one race where he did outscore Ultra and Monza as well. But other than that, he's just been losing that lead. The 71-point lead has just crumbled to like shatters and stuff. As Tom Leon is fastest in the middle sector. Butler's tyres, though, they're going off massively. You can see how dead they are. And one of the Toro Rossos may not make it to the end of this lap. And that one will be Taco Van Horn, who needs to stay out. 17% on the soft tyres. He's at risk of DNFing this lap, because he might end up hitting the wall due to a lack of grip, but also he may end up getting a puncture, and because it's a street circuit, it's hard to get by people, so people may accidentally start hitting each other as UK Ball comes out of the pits. Well done, Butler comes out of the pits ahead of UK Ball. UK Ball's already done one lap on softs, and Butler is ahead in the Toro Rosso. As Lamphorn comes in the pits, switching from mediums to softs. He's on a 2-stop strategy, which seems to be the favourite around this track, as Jens Olsen P19, the wet winner, round this corner, turn 4 or 5, I can't remember which one it is. His corners can be defined by many slight little turns. But yeah, here it is. Olsen, will he go down the inside? No, he will not. He will not get ahead of Eduardo. As round the outside this time, he's waited and waiting seems to have worked. He's through. Taco Van Horn, though, the one to look out for. He's managed to survive that section of the track. 7% the tyres are wearing, but he's gonna make the end, I think, of this lap, as Pablo Sierra in the Renault has got damage to his car. Ocampo and Cerqueira both in the pit lane, on the hards for Ocampo and on the mediums for Cerqueira. As Taco Van Horn still trying to get around this lap. Butler and UK Ball have all made a one pit stop on Butler in one lap. 3% on the tyres, and he's gonna just make it to his hitbox. Wow, only 3% to spare though. That is crazy, and he's gonna be going on to more softs. Just confirming he's doing another strategy, another stop in this race. As De Benedetto and Ultra Pro, these guys are miles out in the lead. Ultra Pro's been on his tyres for only one lap, so it's very clear he's had enough pace to extend his stint. He's went for mediums. He seems to be confident with that tyre though quite a bit, and the hards as well. Ocampo P3, realistically not far from De Benedetto due to the penalty, and he's also on 3 laps fresher tyres, so Ocampo is right in this battle here for P2, which will be a relief to him because of all the DNFs that he's had this season. He's had 4 of them, with like 2 of them being in the last 3 races. You can even say the last 2 races, because that's what it is. Ultra fast lap of the race, and Cerqueira going for a move on Ramo. Round the outside of the final chicane, can't get it done, and Ramo starts by Tom Leon now. And it's just a 3-way battle here for P4. Tom Leon trying to defend it, and Ramo trying to defend Cerqueira at the same time as attacking. Cerqueira trying to go for the inside, he's unable to. Ramo goes for the inside line this time. They're so close to contact, these 3. It could happen at any moment as Tom Leon once again seems to get through up into 4th place. Cerqueira finally gets Ramo. Ramo doesn't get DRS, but Cerqueira and Tom Leon do. And Adelaide pitting for fresh soft tyres. BDS pitting onto mediums. And Ultra continues to lead by 7.4 seconds. As Mando is losing some time to Sebastian Ocampo. Davy Cerqueira only 4 seconds off Ocampo. There he is in the foreground. You can see before there. good on board with Tom Leon, who will be due to pit to get off them tyres. Them softs do not have much more life left in them. So Devin Butler in the Toro Rosso, he's been managing his pace really well. He's been on them tyres 2 laps, but could the team down at Toro Rosso beyond for some solid points? As Van Horn went for a soft tyre stint here. And there are, oh, into the wall, burst Theo. As Jensen Olsen right behind him. So Olsen enabling DRS. He should get ahead of Versio easily. You can see how much Versio's been held up. And yeah, the pace is completely gone for Versio. The car's been damaged. Yeah, the car's been quite damaged there. Klein goes around the outside for an easy maneuver. The cable in for his second stop of the day onto medium compound tyres for the final 6 laps of the Grand Prix. As also went pit to come Pablo Sierra onto mediums as well, which seemed to be the popular choice for a final stint at this stage in the race. As the Benetton tyres are finally wearing out, Ocampo can see him right there. Now there is a chance that Benedetto may end up having to pit, which will be very bad for his race. Versio and Bogdasarov coming into the pits. Versio on the mediums and Bogdasarov also onto fresh mediums. Ultra leads by 10 seconds to Benedetto and 12 to Ocampo. And yeah, this race has been crazily dominant for this man. As for Sertera on his mediums, he's gonna have completed, I think, 8 laps by the end of this race on that tyre, which is a very long distance to go on a medium tyre, so he may start struggle towards the end of this Grand Prix. Also got the 21-point gap in the championship out in front, but the race that they're ticking down, just as every race goes by, the amount of races left goes down, very obviously. I didn't really have to say that. As Ocampo threw in the P2 ahead of Dominic Di Benedetto, whose tyres have finally started slowing down now. Raven and Tom Leon come in for a pit stop. Devin Butler staying out. Now what sort of place can Butler get this race? Because he is still in the fight here for P5. P5 for Toro Rosso will be incredible, and it would bring them even closer to the Racing Point guys, who are right ahead of them in the championship. As in the pits come Olsen and Lamfong. Also on the softs, Lamfong still needs to get to his pit box as Olsen was held up slightly. Fong onto mediums as Olsen leaves the pit lane at number 44. And there we go, he's out on track now, P19. Now these guys are over a minute behind the leader of Ultra and Bucks are 1 minute 3 back on Ultra, who is actually coming round the back straight, but he's into the pit lane. Ultra pits for medium tyres. And there it goes Ocampo. Ocampo now leads the Singapore Grand Prix with 4 more laps to go. But is this even enough for him to keep that lead? Ultra exiting the pits, he's going to get by easily on Di Benedetto. This may just be a pit stop out of spite at this point, but it may also just be to avoid slipping into the wall, which is a costly mistake at this track. Di Benedetto's 7-lap-old hards are not going to be able to do anything good. As Ocampo, he's just going to try and use the remaining performance of them hard tyres that he has got on his car headly into the pits for the second time this Grand Prix. 51% he had left on that tyre, but he's saying screw it, he's going on to medium compound tyres as UK Ball is the bottom of the points paying position right now. Like Leon looking to put Leon down there, and he does. UK Ball moves at P9 and Nick Leon's out to P10. With Adelaide chasing behind on 3-lap-old soft tyres. Ocampo though less than a second ahead of Ultra Row. I feel like it was inevitable at this stage, so it looks like Ultra Row's going to get ahead of Ocampo. It's just a matter of when he's going to do it. That is the question. As Ocampo here around the final 2 corners, and he is overtaking Ultra now lead the Singapore Grand Prix, and it's a virtual safety car. As also on debut is out of the race, and there it is there. That car parked up there, and that is a disappointment there. I've just said that too many times, but yeah, that's a very big disappointment for the Racing Point team and for Olsen on his Formula 1 debut. Davey Cerqueira gets a free pit stop though out of this, and he'll be delighted with that as he's going on in medias. And I don't think Butler's catch up though, because Butler in the pit lane, he's not risking it. He is not risking staying out on the hards. Is he going on the softs? I think they might be softer than they are. So it's a final soft tyre push as Tom Leon is going to take P5. I think it's Eduardo. He's now got damage to his car, and Nick Leon also went for a second stop of the race. And yeah, I'm just trying to find Butler. Butler's down in P9, and he's just behind Taco Van Horn, who's been on his tyres for 5 laps. There we are, it's a clean swap for Toro Rosso. Butler and PA, UK Ball's just ahead. They should be no issue for the Red Bull Toro Rossos. As yeah, the tyres are a lot better, so 3 laps, these 3 laps are going to really matter for Butler. Can he get a personal best finish in Formula 1 here, as Butler gets ahead of UK Ball up into P7. There's no fight there from UK Ball, he's just unable to fight with that one. And now his goal will be to catch Ravo, who's here in P6. Of course, Butler can see Ravo in the distance. Ultramoto leading with 2 more laps left in this Grand Prix. Ocampo's looking safe for this result. Duendel and Cerqueira, they're going to start fighting, I think. The 2 Mercedes, they are right alongside each other there. This so close contact with Duendel does let Cerqueira by. Also got fast and time penalty, so no reason to defend that position. They need to secure as many points as possible. Looks like they've got a good gap though to Tom Leon, so 3-4 for Mercedes should be on the cards. As Ravo's here in P6, but Butler is not that far behind. Look at the minimap, you can see that there's not much of a difference between them at this stage. If Ravo and Tom Leon keep fighting, this is going to allow Butler to get into this battle, which will be huge for the Toro Rosso team. So here we are, first year P14 from Headley, Nick Leon, Marcus Klein in P17. Around the first 3 corners, also not been a good race for Versio, and that is just going to be disappointing to him. Although around the final corner, he's going to start this final lap of the race. He is going to lap Dr. Sarov, I think, as Eduardo's already been lapped. Here is Ultra round turn 3. He is getting close to Baltasarov, but he is through nonetheless. So yeah, that's perfect for him. Ocampo though, he's had such bad luck this race. It would be pain to see him DNF on this last lap. So for his sake, I really hope he does not, as there's no way Cerqueira is going to catch Ocampo. Yeah, Ocampo has got 2 more sectors to go now at this stage in the race. Beda, although he's fallen away massively. Like yeah, it's been massive to fall off here, and he still has a chance to lose even more places. Butler's in this fight now. He is with Ravo and Tom Leon. Theoretically, he could get a P4 result for the Toro Rosso team here in Singapore, as DRS is enabled. Down this straight, Ultramo's got a few more corners to go now until he can call himself a winner again in Formula 1. And there we are, Butler, he's got Ravo. Tom Leon is next. We're going to have to cut the cameras because Ultramo here, he put in an excellent performance. He may have lost a lot of points in Monza, but here we are, the gap now is 11 points in the championship. Ultra wins the Singapore Grand Prix, as in the middle sector, Tom Leon and Ravo, they've both hit the wall. Butler's just got through the P5 easily. And there, Nick Leon got a penalty for causing collision. Sebastian Ocampo, bad luck is gone. He's P2. Davey Cerqueira P3. So that's solidifying the fact that it's 11 points in the championship now. The gap is from Ultra Pro to Davey Cerqueira. I'm just a bit lost for words here as Demento rounds the final corner. It's P4. Now we'll see his final finishing position in a second. I think he might have just got it. As on attack of Van Horn, it's a full car puncture. I think Butler, yeah, he's just missed out on P4, but P5 is a solid result anyways. Which is just huge for the team anyways, and yeah, I have nothing else to say about them. Pablo Sierra gets P9. Nick Leon in P10 from Thierry Headley and Marcus Adelaide. BDS is in 13th from Versio, Castro and Amfong, Klein and Taka Van Horn, obviously, who's had that full car puncture. Kagura, Boxar, and Wado. They're a lap down. Olsen retiring earlier on, unfortunately for him. And here we are, Van Horn crossing the line, the number 21. It's last of the cars who were not lapped. And that was it. We are done in Singapore. Not as chaotic as I would have expected, but it was still a good result nonetheless. For Ferrari, Cerqueira will be a bit disappointed though that it couldn't have been better, because now the championship is under serious threat. And with that, we're done in Singapore. And so we're going to do our usual tradition here. So yeah, let's listen to the Colombian national anthem. Ultra winner of the stage race from Ocampo and Davey Cerqueira. That is your podium, and after that we have Dominic Demento, Devin Butler, Tom Leon, Ravo UK Ball, Pablo Sierra, Thierry Headley, Marcus Adelaide, Nick Leon, Blade Sonic, Versio, Damian Castro, Lam Fong, Marcus Klein, Taco Van Horn, full car puncture, Gorov, Bogsarv and Wado all being lapped, with Jensen also retiring from the race. So that's it for Singapore. We'll see you next time in Russia, where F1 Classic returns. Believe it, and goodbye.